I've made close to $100,000 simply by buying Bitcoin. But I promise you this video is not about how you can get rich with crypto or the latest meme coin that can make you a millionaire. In this video, I want to give you a full, honest tutorial on how you can start investing in Bitcoin. I'll be sharing with you the best ways to buy Bitcoin, my sort of investment thesis behind Bitcoin, and some good techniques to make sure that you're getting a good price when you buy. And no, I'm not going to be selling you any crypto signals or anything like that. This video is mainly for my subscribers because I truly feel that it's important to educate people on the significance of Bitcoin. Now, of course, most of you guys watch my channel for Shopify content, and I do think the best place to invest your money will always be your business. So first things first, always invest your money in your business before you invest into speculative assets. But I think Bitcoin works as an amazing investment if you have some money on the side that you want to stash away. And even as a Shopify business, now you can actually invest into Bitcoin with your business, which is something that I would love to talk about in a different video. So drop a like on this one and let me know in the comments if you would like to see that. But if you don't know what Bitcoin is the first decentralized digital currency. There's no central bank running it or a single administration like the US government, for example, with the US dollar. And it can be sent from user to user on the Bitcoin network without any intermediaries. So with that basic definition, you can probably grasp the significance of Bitcoin right away. I see Bitcoin as a way to free yourself from the reins of central banks or single administrations like governments. Now, I'm not some sort of anarchist out here or anything, but with all these restrictions and countries having more control than ever before, I just really think it's important to start learning about money. And especially right now with central banks printing basically unlimited money, diluting the money supply and making your cash less valuable, I think Bitcoin is becoming a sort of saving grace for freedom and sovereignty, at least as far as money goes. But money is extremely important in society. And the thing is, Bitcoin, there's only a certain amount of Bitcoins that have been created. There will never be any more, and because of that, it can be considered sound money. It's not inflationary like fiat currencies. And right now I feel like most retail investors, like people watching this channel, they just see it as a quick pump and dump scheme. And this is exactly why I want to give you an honest look at this. But what I will say is that it seems like most big institutions and wealthy people in the world are starting to buy Bitcoin. And of course, they're going to be the first ones to do it because they're going to try to get most of the supply themselves. Now, of course, this isn't financial advice, and you should always do your due diligence on anything you spend money on, really. But I wanted to give you guys my opinion on this because I love this community and I want everyone to be well informed. So of course, when it comes to risk, there is always risk when investing in anything. So make sure that you don't invest, your life savings. If you need money right now, like if you're working paycheck to paycheck, I wouldn't necessarily put every paycheck into Bitcoin, but a strategy of like spending 10% of your income on Bitcoin, I think is reasonable and is a good hedge against inflation, because as I said earlier, inflation dilutes the value of your money. And with the US printing more and more money, every year your money becomes less valuable. And this is why Bitcoin is important. So now that we got that stuff out of the way, let me share with you how you can actually buy Bitcoin and some great techniques that you should use to make sure that you're getting good prices. Now, the way that I buy most of my Bitcoin is through Coinbase. I'm a simple guy. Coinbase has been around for a very long time and it's very trustworthy and safe. And this is why it's my preferred method of buying. The fees are relatively high, but I think it's worth it because of how safe it is and widely accepted. However, there are many crypto exchanges where you can buy and sell crypto, especially Bitcoin. The other favorites of mine are Binance and FTX. However, I think as a complete beginner in this and someone who doesn't really know too much about cryptocurrencies, Coinbase is your best bet. It's kind of like the Robin Hood of crypto investing. They've just made it extremely simple and easy to navigate, which I really love. And I mean, that's the thing about crypto, is that any transaction is non-reversible. So it's really important to make sure that you know what you're doing. And having a platform like this that makes it really simple is great, because then you're not going to accidentally, send all your Bitcoin to some random wallet, for example. So you can sign up to Coinbase Coinbase. I'll leave you a link below and we can both get 10 bucks free in crypto. Of course, that's not why I'm making this video. That's not going to make a significant dent in my portfolio, but why not get some free Bitcoin if we can? Now, don't pay attention too much to this watch list I got here. These are other coins that I've been looking into, but I really don't think it's important for you guys as complete beginners. I think Bitcoin is definitely the best and safest asset that you could buy. And the great thing about Coinbase is you can buy either directly through your bank or you can buy with a credit card as well, which is pretty cool. They just make it really easy and accessible to buy Bitcoin. Now, I wanted to make this video sooner than later because right now Bitcoin has been on a downswing, which is really scary and everybody's freaking out. People are panic selling. This is traditional stuff that you see, but the way that you should be looking at this is an amazing opportunity to buy. And this is the technique that I wanted to share with you today. And this is what's going to allow you to be profitable while buying Bitcoin. This is exactly what I've been doing for years now. I've been doing this since 2017. That's when I first bought my first little bit of Bitcoin, and I've been trying to accumulate little by little. So what the strategy is called is dollar cost averaging. Now, this is a widely known strategy for investing, and in my opinion, it's the best strategy to follow when you have your own business and stuff, because then you don't need to put all of your money in. You can buy in slowly but consistently and build up a really big stash of Bitcoin. So for example, on big dips like this, these are amazing buying opportunities. So let's say you have $1,000 that you want to invest into Bitcoin. I wouldn't put that all in right now, because what happens if Bitcoin goes down tomorrow, right? What if it goes down to 40,000 tomorrow? Then you could have had a better buying opportunity. So what I would recommend is for you to make a plan and say, okay, so Bitcoin is 42,000 right now and it's down 2.7%. So I'll buy $300 worth of Bitcoin today, and then I'll check tomorrow again. And if it's down even more, then I'll buy another $200 worth. And then I still have $500 left that I can continue to average in with every other day or every week. I personally like to buy Bitcoin every week, just a little bit, like $200, $300. That's not going to be too significant in a month, but in the span of a couple years, it adds up significantly, especially with the price action of Bitcoin, and especially as more retail investors begin to understand the significance of Bitcoin and the need for Bitcoin. So basically, every time you see a big dip, I would recommend buying in just a little bit and doing this very, very consistently. This way, you're going to be able to mitigate a lot of risk that comes with investing in cryptocurrencies, and you'll always be able to have some money to spend on your business or on bills. Now, that's a big misconception with Bitcoin. People see the price of a single Bitcoin and say, oh, I'm never going to be able to afford a Bitcoin, but you can buy fractional amounts of Bitcoin. So if you have $100, that can buy you, like 0.001 Bitcoin. But if Bitcoin doubles in price in a year, then yes, that $100 will be $200. So don't think of Bitcoin ownership as like a one or nothing. You can own little bits of Bitcoin and still be better off than people who own zero Bitcoin. So if we look at the last year, these were some great buying opportunities. I remember buying here when it dipped to 32,000 after it went up really exponentially, and I decided to buy here at 32. Then it kept crashing a little bit throughout the next couple days, so I kept buying like $100, $200, and then it just completely boomed. And whenever it kept crashing, I kept buying on the dips. So every time it dips really dramatically, I buy in a little bit, never with a huge amount. Now, of course, you will be paying a lot in fees when you average in like this, but again, the risk mitigation, in my opinion, is worth it, especially since you can get a better price later down the line. For example, let's say if I had $1,000 to invest, right? If I would have put all that $1,000 in right here at this dip, that is a good time to buy, then I would have missed this whole price action right here. So then a month later, I could have bought more Bitcoin for even cheaper. So instead of putting all your $1,000 in right here, put in, 300 and then, wait for another buying opportunity and then just continue to invest your money this way. Now, I don't want to talk about altcoins because it's just too scammy of a subject. And I think there's way too many YouTubers talking about this stuff and sharing how you can get rich quick. It's the same stuff that you saw with dropshipping, back in like 2019, 2020. Like whenever there's an opportunity to make money, there's going to be thousands of people that are trying to sell you a dream of getting rich quick, but that's not what this is about at all. well. I'm trying to teach you a way to avoid inflation more than anything. You're definitely not going to get rich off of Bitcoin, but you're going to be able to avoid getting the value of your money diluted by the government printing more money, which you have zero control over. But you have control over how much Bitcoin you own. You can continue to buy in little by little and build up your stash of Bitcoin, which nobody can take away from you. So yeah, that's it for this video. I know it's different and it doesn't have to do with Shopify, but it has to do with the digital revolution, and that's what my channel is about going forward. One of Shopify's slogans is arming the rebels, and I think that fits in perfectly with the Bitcoin narrative of sovereignty and fixing money. This is the most innovative store of value that we've ever seen, and I think more and more people are starting to pay attention. And unfortunately, the richest people in the world are the ones that pay attention first. Therefore, they're going to see the most exponential growth from this type of asset, and that's why I'm trying to share this information with you guys, people who are not the top 0.01% of investors in the world, so that we can all get a piece of the pie as well and avoid inflation as much as we can. But yeah, for all you loyal subscribers that follow me for Shopify, please let me know what you think of this video, and if you want me to continue to talk about Bitcoin. It's something I'm pretty passionate about because I truly believe fixing the money issue is a big way to be able to fix the world, and I really want to share these ideas as opposed to all these other guru crypto YouTubers that are trying to sell you pump and dump coins. I think that's just like the worst side of crypto, and unfortunately that's what's most popular because people just want to get rich quick. They don't want to invest long term. But that's it for this video. If you enjoyed this, make sure you drop a like on it and subscribe to the channel for more. We're learning about the digital revolution every single day here, and yeah, I would love to know your thoughts, so leave me a comment. And with that said, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace.